Bro, I can't even believe I'm sharing this. I just found one of Instagram's biggest kept secrets, and I still can't believe more content creators are not using this. These aesthetic Instagram carousels are so aesthetically pleasing, they're so easy to make, and they pull crazy amount of views for your personal brand. So it's like, why wouldn't you make them? So in this video, I'm gonna teach you guys exactly how to build these aesthetic Instagram carousels for your personal brand. That way you can pull crazy amount of views just like I have, all inside of Adobe Photoshop. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Torsten Roscoe and I create digital assets for short form content creators and video editors. They streamline your entire editing process for you so you guys can crank out high quality reels just like me, super duper fast. And I'll leave those all in the link in the description so you guys don't miss out. And without further ado, let me show you how to create these Instagram carousels that are just chef's kiss. So this is what these Instagram carousels look like. They're just pretty much just something that adds a little spice to your personal brand. You can see like right here, I'm just showing people my journey that I took when I met my millionaire coach, things that just changed my life, the entire journey, the entire process of going here. And you can just see just from all of these, they're super aesthetically pleasing. They tell a great story and it's just a cool way to get people into your personal brand, get people to follow you for your journey. And that's exactly what these are. And the best part about these is they're so aesthetically pleasing, which I love. It's like sex to my eyes. And dude, they're so easy to make. I mean, I'm not even a great person at creating these. I'm not really great at all at using Adobe Photoshop, and I created these in a matter of like, I don't even know, dude. It was pretty quickly. So without further ado, let me show you guys how I created this. So obviously first we need to make a new file because you guys are gonna be starting from scratch. And also I'll leave that down in the description, my carousel. That way you guys can kind of see how I did everything, what things I did. But right now we're gonna be creating that first slide that I showed you. So we need to create this into a carousel, and the image that you want to create is 1080 by 1350. Resolution doesn't really matter. I just picked 500 because I just picked that. Name it whatever, hit create. It's gonna bring this up. And now it depends on how many carousels you're doing, but you need to come over to this little thing up here. It's gonna do artboard tool. Click on that and then just drag this just like so. Make sure it matches this. And then here, if you just click on these little plus signs, it's gonna add another one. So here are two images that we're gonna be creating, / these are two carousels. If you want to do more, you can. If you wanna do like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it doesn't matter, just add as many as you want. But for me, I'm just going to add just one like I'm doing right now because I'm just gonna be recreating that first one. So after you have completed how many carousels you want, now let's start creating this aesthetically pleasing carousel. Now I'm just going to add the exact picture that I use by just coming over here and finding it wherever I have it. Oh, it looks like it's right here. So I'm just gonna drag and drop mine just like so. Now, what I did for the first one is, obviously you can do two things. You can just blow this up and make it match this just like so, which I mean, I kind of would actually recommend. If I had to do this over again, I would have did this. But if you don't want to do that and you don't like how it's zoomed and you like a nice, like how it's popped out like that, you can do this. You can use Adobe Photoshop's generative tool by just coming over here, clicking this selective. And I'm just gonna use the rectangle one, but if you guys don't want to, you can use like this one right here. You can like use the lasso tool so you can like go like this. But I'm just gonna use a square because it just does a great job. Now I'm just gonna select the area that I want the AI to fill in, so then this entire photo actually looks good. I'm gonna do the exact same thing for here. And ooh, I forgot to hold shift. Make sure you're holding shift so you can add it to the selection. Now you can see I have two selections. I'm gonna come up to edit. For some reason, mine doesn't pop up generated fill. I don't know if I got bugged or I hit something. Usually, if you guys have these two selection, it'll have like generative fill, but for mine, it doesn't do that. So if you have the problem with me, and if you guys know how to fix this, please link it down and tell me in the comments below, because like I said, I'm not really good with Photoshop, so I don't know how to bring it back. But just come into edit and hit generative fill. It'll do the exact same thing. Hit generate, and then it is going to grab the background and fill it in for us. That way this entire picture is full and there's no white spaces. So just give it a little few seconds and boom, you can see it does a really nice job. I actually really like that first one. I don't really like that second one because over here, this third one looks pretty good. I'm just gonna do, I'm actually gonna do this third one just because it doesn't have this over here. I mean, it kind of looks warped over here, but I mean, in reality, bro, no one's gonna see that. So Perfect. Now that we have, whoa, what is going on here? Now that we have these, I'm gonna make that into one layer just so then that can just act as like our background and I don't have to mess with anything. So I'm gonna make these by just clicking both of them and right clicking it. I'm gonna make it into a smart object. That way we just have one layer as our background. And now here is the fun part. Now we're gonna do this text on the top right here, and then the last part we'll do this. And so let's do this. I'm gonna say I flew out. So I'm gonna put I flew out to meet my, that's what I have. And I'm gonna do millionaire, if I could spell millionaire, is that how you spell it? M-I-L-L-I-O-N-A-I-R-E, haha, I missed it. And then coach, I even spell coach, C-O-U-C-H? Nope, I can't. I need to go back into school, bro. Oh my God. Coach, I'm gonna do some dots. You guys can just do whatever. I'm gonna do this because I'm trying to show people my journey of when I met my millionaire coach, obviously. And if you guys wanna see that vlog, I'll leave it down in the link in the description. It's a really fire ass vlog. And then I'm going to do this. So, and it changed everything. So I'm gonna do, and it changed everything. Perfect. Now that I have all of my text on screen right now, let's get into this really cool like effects that I do right here. I do it right here also. These are cool text too, but we're gonna do these right here. I'll show you how to, I'll show you how to do this cool text also really quickly. It's super simple. Okay, because I want this one to just not pop out, I made it small. So I'm just going to do something like this. And if you guys are having troubles with it centering it, you can just come up here, click off of it, click on here, and then just hit this. It'll center it perfectly for you. I like this, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna make this millionaire just pop up. So because I want millionaire to really stand out, that's my highlighted word. I like to use different fonts. You can see right here, I use the different font, just looks super cool, makes it spice it up a little bit. And the font that I use is called Apple Garamond. So I just highlight all of it, or I just make it bigger now. So now it looks really cool just to highlight that. Millionaire, I'm gonna bring this coach upwards too, just like so. And I'm kind of liking this. I'm gonna resize this down just a little bit. So like this big, I think. I'm gonna click this, make sure that this is center. I'm gonna make this center too. I'm gonna bring this up, and then this one, I'm gonna put like right here. That way, now when we mask this out, this can look like it's behind it, but also we're showing, they can actually like understand what this word is. Because if we had it like down here, and we mask this behind it. So I'll show you like right here, we're gonna mask this. So if you guys don't know what masking is really quick, it's just, we're gonna make this so then it goes behind it. That's what masking is. So if we drag this down here, obviously you can't see the word. That's why I am putting this up here, and I moved these up here and made this smaller. That way when we do mask it, you can see and understand what this word actually means. So this looks about good. I'm actually just gonna decrease this a little bit so then it has breathing room up here. And I'm gonna make this just a little smaller also. And we're gonna really quick to center these so then it actually looks good, just like so. Now everything is centered. We have something like this. Now let's start masking this and add that cool effect that goes behind it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the background layer. Let's turn these layers off just so you guys can see it. I'm gonna click on the background layer, and I am going to come over here. I'm gonna hit this lasso tool. It might be like any of these. Just click on here, and I'm going to grab selection brush tool. Oh, actually no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna hit this one. So we're gonna come over here, click this one right here, hold it, make sure you're on quick selection tool, and then I'm going to select the object that I want in order for it to be behind it. So for example, I'm just gonna grab these. I'm just gonna grab the top one, just like so, and I'm going to get rid of this by just holding Alt. So if you guys hold Alt on your keyboard, you can see that I don't select this part right here. And then if I don't hold anything, you can see the plus sign, then I'm adding to the mask. And I don't obviously want this gap right here. All I wanna do is grab these pillars pillars. So I'm going to simply just kind of do this. It doesn't need to be perfect because the text is not going to go like way down here or over here. So this is completely fine if it's not selected. And then this obviously can't be selected. So I'm really just looking to just grab these pillars up here because that's what's going to be behind it. And this too. So perfect like that. Now that we have that done, I'm actually just going to do this really quick just so then it actually looks decent. Okay, perfect. Now we have that. I want to mask it by just coming down to here, hitting this mask. And now boom, we have that, only that we selected a mask. No worries if you're like freaking out, you're like, what the hell just happened? No worries. All you have to do is click on the mask layer, duplicate it by hitting Command J. It's going to duplicate that, and then delete the mask on the bottom one by just clicking on the mask and hitting delete. Boom, we have our background layer. Bring this mask, so the one that you have like the pillars, all the way to the top. And now when we add these, you can see the coach is behind that pillar. It's exactly what we're looking for. So I'm gonna add those. I'm gonna add them all back. We're looking pretty Gucci. And now we can add we can add this effect that just makes it look really cool. So this is really simple. It's just a opacity type of thing, or a, whatever this is called. I don't really know what it's called, to be honest with you. All you have to do to make these look really cool is come over to here, click on the one you want, go to this normal, and then you can hit overlay. Then it's gonna grab like, overlay, it's gonna grab the background and just kind of fill in the text of this kind of like cloudiness, which is super cool. Or you can do that other effect, which is this difference or exclusion that looks really cool. This is the effect right over here. This effect looks really good when it's like plain backgrounds and it's like super cool like that. So you can do that. I'm just gonna do the overlay. I did it for all of these, so I'm just gonna come over here, hit overlay on this one, do it the same for I need to grab the coach, do the same for overlay. And just like that. Now we can go a step further and make this even look better by adding a Gaussian blur. So you can just come over here and hit filter, come down to blur, Gaussian blur, and then convert it to a smart object. This is gonna kind of give it a sense of depth. That way this looks like it's like further out from the camera, just to add like a little spice. I'm not gonna do 3 because that actually looks a little too much. So I'm gonna bring it down to like, I think 1.8 looks good. That's a thing where it looks cool, but it also is not like hard to read type of thing. So I'm gonna do that. I'm going to actually add the same thing to my coach, just so then it kind of adds like a sense of depth and it's behind this pillar. So I'm gonna also add another one, just do the same thing, convert to smart object, and I'm not gonna do it as much. I'm just gonna go like just something super subtle, like a 1.3, and boom, now it looks really cool. And this is what we have right now, looking pretty dope. And now let's kind of do this like really cool text effect where it's turned, it looks like it's with the sidewalk. I did it like right here too, also right here. Just kind of adds this like cool thing where it's actually like in the picture. And that's what I was going for. So just select the layer that you want it to happen. So for me, it's gonna do this. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit, bring it up just a sec. And the way we kind of move it like that is click on the layer. So make sure you're clicked on it. Come over to here, click on it right here. Command T, if you're on Mac, I don't know, it's probably like Alt T on Windows or something like that. And then hold Command, and then you can go like this. You can see how like I move it and everything. So I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna grab them, kind of cook it like this. I'm gonna grab like the top, and then if you like go like left, you can see it kind of like almost is on the sidewalk, which is pretty cool, just like so. I'm gonna bring this out. I'm actually gonna leave it down right here, and then I'm just gonna blow this up, just like so. Hold Command, bring it down like that, and then I can rotate it maybe a little bit, just so then it follows this line right here. And now let's take a look at it. It still needs a little adjustment, so I'm just gonna keep holding Command, sorry. Keep holding that. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. I just want it to follow this kind of cement line right here. And boom. Cool, now it looks like this. We can add just go like a step further. We can make this text on the bottom just pop out a little more by adding just a very subtle drop shadow. So this is what it looks like. And then after drop shadow, it just adds that little kind of pop, so then it doesn't blend nearly as much with this. I mean, obviously you can come into normal and give it like this difference effect. It looks pretty cool, or the overlay. Also, that looks pretty dope, but this is exactly how I created all of these carousels right here. It's super clean, super simple, and this is just a great way to pull views to your personal brand. Now you need to export your Instagram carousel so you can post it and just look as sexy as my carousel and show off your chef's kiss to a carousel. Is come into file, export, and hit artboards to files. Yep, I think that's the one. Yep, that's the one. Making sure that you hit artboard content only. You have this to JPEG and you have this quality all the way. Include that and then hit run, and it obviously will export all of these each into the destination that you have selected. And boom, now your Instagram carousel is done. You're gonna be attracting people with an aesthetic carousel in just no time at all. If you guys want to learn exactly how I edited this Instagram reel to create this minimal aesthetic style in a matter of just a few minutes, it literally took me a few minutes to create this Instagram reel, go check this video right over here. I break down exactly how I do every single step of it with you guys. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!